Alright, bird enthusiasts, get ready to meet the giant parrots, the biggest, boldest, and smartest bird around. Forget macaws, we're talking feathered dinosaurs. These parrots have personalities that could outlive your car. Prepare to be impressed. Before we dive in, what's the coolest thing you know about birds? Share it in the comments. And if you like animal facts, hit the subscribe and bell for more. Now let's check out these giant birds. 1. African Gray. Alright, first up, we've got the African Gray. Now, the original text got a little geographically confused there. These guys aren't hanging out in India. Nope, they're from the lush rainforests of Central and West Africa. And let me tell you, these birds are seriously smart. Weighing in at around 5 to 2 pounds. Think about the weight of a small chihuahua, but way cooler. African Greys are famous for their soft, dove-gray plumage, and yeah, they can be a bit on the loud side. Loud squawks is putting it mildly. They can have a voice that could wake the neighbors and their neighbors' neighbors. But it's all part of their charm, right? What really sets them apart is their insane intelligence. These birds aren't just mimicking sounds, they're learning and understanding language. You can have actual conversations with these guys. Okay, maybe not deep philosophical debates, but still. And playful. Oh yeah, they're like feathered toddlers who never grow up. Always ready for a game or some mischief. Plus, get this, African Greys can live up to 80 years. That's longer than some people live. So, getting an African Grey is a major commitment. It's like adopting a furry, feathery, super intelligent roommate for life. And just like any roommate, they need to be fed. Their diet is all about the good stuff, fruits, nuts, and seeds. Think of them as the intellectual elite of the parrot world, but with a serious appetite for sunflower seeds and a knack for mimicking your ringtone perfectly. If you're looking for a bird that's more than just a pretty face, a bird that can challenge you mentally and keep you entertained for decades, the African Grey is your avian Einstein. Just make sure you've got the patience of a saint and earplugs for when they decide to belt out their opera impression at 6 a.m. 2. Alexandrian Parakeet. Okay, history buffs, this one's for you. The Alexandrian parakeet is named after none other than Alexander the Great himself. Legend has it that Alexander was so taken with these birds during his conquests in India that he brought a bunch back to Europe and the Mediterranean. Talk about a souvenir. These parakeets hail from India and Sri Lanka, and they're adaptable birds, making their homes in forests, woodlands, even farms and mangrove swamps. Basically, if there are trees, they're happy. They're a bit smaller than the African Grey, but still a decent size for a parakeet. They're rocking a vibrant green look with a cool blue-gray patch on their cheeks and the back of their neck. Kind of like they're wearing a stylish denim jacket. Their bellies are a yellowish green, and they've got these cool red patches on their shoulders like little epaulets. And check out their beaks, bright red with yellow tips. Talk about fashion forward. Alexandrians are chatty birds. They make all sorts of calls and whistles, and they can learn to mimic human speech, though maybe not with the same vocabulary level as the African Grey. They're more like the friendly, outgoing neighbor who always has a story to tell, even if it's a little rambling. They love to munch on seeds, fruits, buds, and nuts, basically parrot comfort food. If you want a parrot with a touch of historical flair and a friendly, talkative nature, the Alexandrian parakeet is your bird, the emperor's choice. 3. Blue and gold macaw. Alright folks, buckle up, because we're about to meet the rock stars of the parrot world, the blue and gold macaw. These birds are pure, unadulterated drama. Native to Central and South America, they're found everywhere from Panama down to pretty much every country in northern South America, and they've even set up shop in Puerto Rico. Blue and gold are all about the rainforest life, hanging out near rivers and swamps, but they'll also chill in grassy savannas if there are some tall trees around for them to perch on. And big doesn't even begin to cover it. These guys have a wingspan of over 40 inches. That's more than 3 feet, and they can weigh over 2 pounds. Imagine a parrot with the wingspan of a small child. They're built to impress. And their colors? Forget subtle. Blue and golds are like a walking rainbow, decked out in vibrant red, yellow, and blue feathers. They're basically the feathered equivalent of a 4th of July fireworks display. These macaws are loud and social. They're not shy about making their presence known. Think of them as the life of the party, always ready for attention and definitely not afraid to be the center of it. They can live for 60 years or more, so they're in it for the long haul. Their diet is a parrot buffet of nuts, seeds, fruit, plants, and grains. If you want a parrot that's going to turn heads, make a statement, and basically be the Beyoncé of your bird collection, the blue and gold macaw is your superstar. Just be prepared for the noise. These guys are not wallflowers. Think of them as the feathered version of a Harley Davidson. Loud, proud, and undeniably cool. 4. Great green macaw. Don't let the name Great Green fool you into thinking these parrots are common or boring. The great green macaw is actually quite rare and elusive. They're native to Central and South America, specifically countries like Nicaragua, Honduras, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, and Ecuador. These parrots are masters of camouflage, blending seamlessly into the tropical dry and moist forests they call home. Their coloring is mostly green. Makes sense, right? But with cool reddish foreheads and pale blue accents on their lower back, rump, and tail feathers. It's like they're wearing nature's own camouflage suit. And when they do fly, forget stealth. These birds are noisy. They let out loud awk sounds that echo through the forest. Think of them as the stealthy ninjas of the parrot world, except when they decide to announce their presence with a loud yell. They're herbivores, so they feast on seeds, nuts, fruits, but also flowers, bulbs, roots, and even bark. They're basically parrot vegans with a taste for tree bark. Great greens can live for 30 years or more. If you're looking for a parrot with a touch of mystery and a love for blending in, the great green macaw is your enigmatic avian friend. They're like the James Bond of parrots, sophisticated, elusive, and always dressed in green. 5. Hyacinth macaw. Now, prepare to meet the king of the parrot world, the absolute largest parrot on the planet, the hyacinth macaw. If you want a parrot that's guaranteed to make people say, wow, this is it. Native to South America, in countries like Brazil, Bolivia, Colombia, and Ecuador, these gentle giants can weigh up to 5 pounds. That's almost the weight of a small cat. Imagine having a parrot the size of a toddler perched on your shoulder. Their plumage is a breathtaking, vibrant blue, a deep, rich sapphire that's just stunning. They get their name from those gorgeous blue and purple feathers draped down their faces, like they're wearing a royal blue velvet mask. Their diet is simple but effective: fruit, nuts, and seeds. They're like the gentle giants of the parrot world, massive, majestic, and surprisingly mellow. However, hyacinth macaws are sadly endangered. Their beauty and size have made them targets for the illegal pet trade, and their habitats are shrinking. Owning one is not just a huge financial commitment, it's also a moral one. If you're considering a hyacinth, make absolutely sure you're supporting ethical breeders and conservation efforts. These magnificent birds are like the celebrities of the parrot world, glamorous, sought after, but in need of our protection. 6. Palm cockatoo. Moving over to Australia now, we encounter the palm cockatoo, also known as the red-tailed black cockatoo. These birds are found throughout New South Wales and Queensland, with some populations in Victoria and Western Australia. Palm cockatoos are striking birds, with black or smoky gray plumage and large, impressive crests. But the real showstopper? Their beak. It's one of the biggest beaks of any parrot, and they know how to use it. Their diet is specialized. They mostly eat wild-growing pandanus palm fruit and nuts from the Canary tree. They're also known to munch on fruits from Darwin's stringy bark, Eucalyptus tetradonta, and Nanda tree, as well as seeds from cocky apple, beech almond, and black bean trees. These birds are resourceful eaters, adapting to what nature provides. And here's a fun fact. Palm cockatoos are known for their drumming. Males will use sticks or seed pods to drum on hollow logs to attract mates. They're basically the drummers of the bird world, laying down a beat to woo the ladies. 7. Sulfur-crested cockatoo. Another Aussie native, the sulfur-crested cockatoo is instantly recognizable by its bright yellow crest. Think of it as the parrot equivalent of a punk rocker with a mohawk, except this mohawk is sunshine yellow and totally fabulous. They have glossy white plumage, a short beak, and that iconic yellow crest that they can raise and lower at will. Talk about expressive. Like other cockatoos, they're herbivores, feasting on seeds, nuts, blossoms, fruit, insects, and insect larvae. They're not picky eaters. Sulfur-crested cockatoos are social, intelligent, and can be incredibly vocal. They're like the class clowns of the parrot world, always ready for attention and not afraid to make a little noise or a lot of noise. 8. Umbrella cockatoo. Heading back to South America, we find the umbrella cockatoo. These birds are native to humid tropical forests and subtropical moist lowland forests. Umbrella cockatoos are social creatures and are known for their pure white plumage. It's like they're wearing a feathery white tuxedo. They have a subtle yellow tint on their tail feathers and the underside of their wings, adding a touch of warmth to their pristine white look. Their diet is pretty standard parrot fare: fruit, seeds, and some flowers and buds. Umbrella cockatoos are known for their gentle and affectionate personalities. They're like the angels of the parrot world, beautiful, graceful, and with a calm and loving demeanor most of the time. 9. Yellow-naped Amazon. Last but not least, we have the yellow-naped Amazon, found in the rainforests of Central America. These parrots are also pretty adaptable. They've even been introduced to Hawaii and Florida. Yellow-naped Amazons are green overall, but their defining feature is the yellow patch on the back of their necks, their nape. It's like they're wearing a little yellow name tag. They have a wingspan of about 42 to 45 inches and are around 25 to 27 inches long from beak to tail. Males can weigh up to 2 pounds. They eat a variety of plant-based foods: fruit, seeds, nuts, berries, blossoms, and leaf buds. Yellow-naped Amazons are known for being intelligent and talkative, and they can be great mimics. They're like the hidden gems of the parrot world. Not as flashy as some of the macaws, but still incredibly beautiful and full of personality. Think of them as the cool, understated parrot that you might overlook at first, but once you get to know them, you realize they're truly special. So there you have it, a tour of the biggest, boldest, and most fascinating parrots on the planet. From brainy African grays to flamboyant blue and golds and majestic hyacinth macaws. These birds are anything but ordinary. Remember, though, owning a parrot, especially one of these giants, is a huge responsibility. It's like adopting a feathered toddler with a chainsaw beak and a lifespan that could rival your own. But if you're ready for the challenge and the noise, you'll gain a companion that's smart, entertaining, and utterly unforgettable. Just be prepared to share your snacks and maybe invest in some good earplugs.